Hey guys, Shelly here, welcome back, and today I'm going to show you how to make a platformer in Scratch. This platform is going to have head hitting and a jumping script that is better than the one I showed before. So if you're coming from that video that script isn't as good as this one, and the one in that video has been getting a lot of complaints, so I'm just making a new one. So the first thing you're going to want to do in making a platformer is make the background or the level and the object, which I have done. I've just made a square here. And now what you're going to want to do is, if you're using Scratch.cat where you want it to, or like a player model that can look left and right, then unless you want it to be able to flip upside down, I would recommend just swapping it to the left and right arrow in the info icon on the object. This way it'll only be able to turn left and right, but because I have a cube it doesn't look like it's turning. So up here I've already got the two when flag clips and a simple movement script. As you can see, all this script does is moving left and right. Currently we're going to add something else to it later. I'll show you the reason why we need it, but I already have the two variables set up, so we're going to involve both of these in the script, and I'll explain why later. Gravity is, you definitely need it for the jumping script, but the correction you don't necessarily need. You can, if you don't have it, you can add a few more features to your game, but I like to add it. So the first thing we're going to do is get a forever block with an if in it. We're going to take a one up arrow key, or whatever key you're going to use is press. Then we're going to change gravity by 14, or no, 15. This number can, it depends on how high you want him to jump. The lower it is, the lower he will jump, and the higher it is, the higher the character will jump, or the sprite, sorry. So now we're going to want a change y by gravity, and then we're also going to want a repeat until touching color, and then the color of the platforms, which in my case is black. So now we're just going to have a change y by gravity in here, and a change gravity by -1. So what this will allow you to do is jump up and down, and when it touches the color black, it'll stop. Now, one thing that I should explain right now, if you don't have this change y by gravity beforehand, when it is inside the object here, or when it's inside the block, it'll skip over that. I'm pressing up arrow right now, if you can hear it. I don't know if you can or not. But what it's doing is, when it lands, it'll be in the black. We're going to rise it up to the top, but we don't want it to jump up and down. So we're going to have it go back down to where it was, like, really fast. So just to get rid of the bouncing up and down effect. So when it jumps, or when it falls back down, it's going to be stuck slightly in it. So if you don't have the change by gravity in for this function, then it'll already be touching the color black, so it won't do it. So it won't run this script, which allows you to jump. So having it beforehand, might have pressed jump button a few times, but now having that beforehand allows us to jump up. But what you'll notice though is that if we hit it, we'll get stuck there and we won't fall down. And then also, if we walk off of the block, like let's see, I can just get onto it. If we walk off, we'll just float there. So what we're going to do here is have another if. This one is going to be outside of it. And we're going to have if not touching color black, then change Scratch is lagging. I don't like this. Change gravity by -1. And change Y by gravity. So now what that's going to allow us to do is... sorry, I forgot this one bit, which is repeat until touching color black. This way it won't run it once and have to go back through and allow you to press up arrow again, which will allow you to jump again. So yeah. Then we're just going to set gravity to 0 afterwards. So when I jump up, I will fall, and when I walk off of something, I will also fall. So then now afterwards we're gonna have another if block. So I'm just gonna duplicate this code here, and it's gonna be if touching color black, repeat until not touching color black, which will be change gravity, or no, sorry, I'm gonna take out that change gravity bit, and we're gonna change gravity by 3 in the top and -3 in the bottom. Let me just start it up again. That should not be bouncing. Let's see. Sorry, I do not need a repeat until I need an if here. So now you see that it does not bounce up and down. And so this is basically done. You can jump around, move left and right, do whatever you want. But as soon as you hit one of these, you can just bounce straight through it. So now if you want to allow that, stop the video now, but if you want to add head hitting, then keep watching. So the first thing we're going to do is have an if block. We're going to put it around, I'll do that later. So you put it inside the if key up arrow pressed, and if gravity is greater than 0, because if the gravity is greater than 0, then that means the object is going up. And then what it's going to do is set gravity, or set correction to 1, and set gravity to 0, and then it's going to repeat until touching color black, or sorry, until not touching color black. And then it's going to be change Y by -3, I guess. You know, I'll do, yeah, -3 is fine. And then afterwards we're gonna set correction to 0 again. Now, you can jump up, you will hit your head on stuff, you can't go through stuff anymore. And you can jump on stuff, everything works. Now the next bit is, you do not need the correction here, that's not something you need. But what you can do is jump into the side of an object. Let's see if I can just do it, yeah. So let's see if I can get a good example. So right there, that was a perfect example. What happens is you can go into the middle of an object and then you just fall off. So what we're going to do is use this correction. So as you can see, when we hit our heads on something, it'll go to 1 until we come out. So what we're going to do is if correction equals 0. Let's just get this. Or why not? Okay, so this is the simple fix. You add if correction equals 0 around the movement script. So now you will see that when we jump up into something and hit our heads on it, we won't actually be able to go into the middle of it. So we'll just get stuck on the edge. But then as soon as we fall off, we'll be able to move again. You don't have to have these 2 tabs shown, but if you want, you can have them. The link to this to these scripts will be in the description, so if you want to remix it, check it out, whatever you want, it'll be in the description. So that's it for this video. I'll see you guys later. Bye.